Security, Intelligence, and Veteran Affairs. He's here with us in studio right now. So several issues we are going to be talking about on the program. Don't go away. Keep tuned. It's the Bumper Show, and it's here on ELBC Radio. Welcome to the program, Senator Cyrus.
Jack Davis, thank you so much. This is the first time ever on the Bumper Show. I've always been on the morning show with my man Summer George and other people, but today I'm opportune to be on the Bumper Show first time. Thank you so much, Jack, for the invitation.
Thank you very much for honoring that as well, and thanks for being here. How has it been? I think it's been like about 5 months since you've been in the office.
Yes.
Because your code issue didn't go long, right?
No, it didn't go long. I mean, a lot of people are traditional people. That thing got resolved from the traditional side. Moses called is my uncle. The uncle get donated to the nephew. So it wasn't a long case anyway. So, but basically, I want to say thanks to the people of Lofa County, thanks to the Senate, my colleagues, thanks to the Pro Tem, and thanks to the President of the Republic of Liberia. I mean, the country is sailing, I would say, in the right direction, in a way. So I'm happy to be a senator for Lofa County and doing what the people elected me to do. Yeah.
Doing what the people elected you to do. We have more to talk about that, but I want to start with your own work at the Senate, right? You've been in the position now, like I said, about 5 months or so. How is it? How do you see the Liberian Senate? Because I remember the last time when you were in the by-election and you lost that election, I heard you say on the radio, I'm into politics and I'm into it to stay. And fortunately, you came back and your people of Lofa County, prefer you to be their next senator. How has it been since you entered the Senate? Is there some expectation that something you expect to see that you're not seeing, or what?
Well, I want to be glad that my colleagues and ourselves hold a view, and this view is to change the narratives. We have said that this 55th must be the legislature that would change the Liberia story. We agree as a 55th legislature.
Okay.
There's no joke about it. How we proceed, how we will progress with that, that's the issue. But I'm happy to be on a committee on national security, defense intelligence. I mean, when the leadership, the Pro Tem especially, elected me, and the Pro Tem and my colleagues elected me to that position, I was fulfilled. It's not for other people look for other committees that got some financial benefit. I wasn't going that route. Going to a committee that I would have provided my expertise and what my passion is. And the Pro Tem in your wisdom gave me that opportunity. I want to appreciate in this open mind with my colleagues who elected me as chair of the National Security Committee. Since we took over, we are passionate about security. We have done our best. There has been a lot of security issues.
Of course.
Some of them have come in the public domain. Some of them hasn't come in the public domain. But we've been there, using our oversight responsibility to be able to, quiet down some of these situations. So I'm happy that I'm chairing this committee. Yeah.
You flag an issue during the transition. There was this company. This is also a security issue, and it has to do with the Liberia Immigration Service. You flagged this issue. There was this, I think, about $40 million contract with a company called Contact Global to provide some, some immigration stuff for Liberia. And you raised the issue. And that issue has been going on for some time. You were asking that, this be investigated because it didn't go through the proper channel, through PPCC and through the legislature. Where are we today with that investigation concerning?
So a very good question. Like I said, at the level of the Senate, we said that we change the narratives. And I asked my colleagues a question for the retreat. And I'd like to re-emphasize this question on this radio, so the listening audience can hear from whence I come and the way I perceive my position in the legislature and what the colleagues should be, we as senators should be doing to transform this country. I asked my colleagues in the Senate, in the retreat. We had a very wonderful retreat, very, I would say, fulfilling retreat in Buchanan a few weeks ago. And when I had the opportunity to talk, to give my own impression about what was going on, and I said to my colleagues, why are we rich in Liberia? I said that, Jack, and I see Liberia, and I've traveled extensively around the world. And I asked my question, why Liberia is the way it is? Why are we not rich? Jack, we are less than 6 million with all the endowments we have in this country. We got diamond, we got gold, we got the water, we got fish, we got the soil, we got rubber, we got everything in this country. With this small country, with all of these endowments, why are we not rich?
Mm.
One of the reasons why we're not rich is because we have been signing bad contracts. Most of the contracts we signed as stakeholders, we don't take the country into consideration. We take our individual advertisement into consideration. What do I make from this contract? Or this group of people, what do they make? And forget the company. Forget the country. And that has been happening years after years. And today, Liberia is so poor because the foreigner comes here and get rich overnight. Because what Liberia should be doing, we don't trust Liberia. We don't give them the support. We take it and give it to foreigners. And so I was intrigued by this contract. I took my time, read the contract. It's a contract that is signed between an Indian company and the Liberian Immigration Service. So Liberian Immigration Service is an end user. And the contract is about digitizing the Liberian alien registry permit.
Yeah.
But first question that comes to my mind is, why will alien be giving another alien permit? Indians are aliens. Why do we give contract to aliens? So we don't have any Liberians around here. We don't have anybody who is able to digitize an ID card. The contract is a $40 million contract. So where will Liberia get rich? Why can we give this contract to a Liberian and put that money in a Liberian person pocket where the people come here repatriating money for you? Are we serious about this? 177 years we go here, we still one of the poorest country in this on continent, Africa, and in the world. So for some of us, going to the legislature was like, what can we do to conscientize our people and begin to do those baby steps that will change the narrative? So I grabbed this contract, and we did a lot more of investigation. It wasn't just a matter of just trying to jump to conclusion. We did hearings. I was able to call the PPCC, and the PPCC happened to be the integrated institution responsible for procurement processing in the country. But in fact, we said the PPCC has written that country be canceled since March. PPCC wrote the country be canceled because the contract is not performing.
It's not performing, or it didn't go through the right channel.
But that's it. Is it not go through the right channel? Even as that is not performing. I'm coming to the performance aspect.
Okay.
Even if you don't go through the right channel, you performing, we can say, okay, let's relook at the process. But you're not performing. We are losing millions of dollars on a daily basis. You're a journalist, do your investigation. Find out how many aliens are residing here, don't have a resident permit because the system is not allowing them. The people who got the country do not have the ability. They do not have the technical ability to give us to do this.
They came in with vehicles, including motorbikes.
Forget that thing. We read a contract. This contract was consummate since 2021. These people did not perform anything on this contract until 2024 when they knew, 2023 November when they knew the former president has lost. That's why they came in with these vehicles. They say in the contract they will have given 4x4 Land Cruiser Jeeps. The quantities are there. They lower the quantity and give substandard Jeep to Mitsubishi Jeep that will not last. Somebody is playing on us. Somebody is playing on our intelligence. So that we want stupid in Liberia now. Let me say. So the issue here is that their contract is not performing. Okay, you talk about the rules and regulations. Let's even go to the violations. Their contract is 40 million by our laws. In the contract, above 10 million must go through the legislation for ratification. It did not go there. Not only that, this particular company must have.
That was the previous government, right?
Yeah, well, the previous government, but government is continuing with it.
Of course.
So it doesn't mean because they did wrong, we can't correct it. We have to correct the wrongs. So you have a company that is doing security related service like digitizing and collecting data. They do not even have certifications. Let me tell you, in the security arena, when you collect data, you must be certificated because data are very expensive commodity. It can be sold to third party. Before you play with these kind of data and store data of countries and residents of this country, you must be certificated at ISO and other international certification. You don't have that.
So, Senator Cyrus, as we speak, that entire thing is on hold.
It's on hold. The Senate right now will take a decision to cancel it. We'll take a decision. As a Senate, we have the issue on the floor. There's pro tem senator committees. 4 committees. The committees are written a report, and there is a determination be made as a Senate to make a determination on this particular contract to have it canceled. But we have recommended that it get canceled.
Okay.
And
while you're recommending that it is cancer, I'm sure you know that the work that was supposed to be done by this is very important for Liberia. So are you also recommending how can we get it done since we are?
So we are saying cancel this country and retainer.
Okay.
Retainer. I mean, you got other people.
Then you prefer this going to a Liberian company?
Of course. What are you talking about, Jack? I mean, are you saying Liberians are not able to digitize an alien registration? Why would an alien be given another alien permit? Isn't that a mockery of a situation? Think about that, Jack. I mean, this country, we can be serious in this country. If we can be serious about the letter paper steps, we take the letter advocacy and stay by it. So you have this, you don't have a certification, now we die. This particular officer have had immigration being treated. The immigration people don't even have any information.
It's part of the contract that
it's part of the contract that immigration can be treated. In fact, that particular company should be domiciled at immigration. It's not domiciled.
The immigration officers to work with the system.
To work with the system and be able to take over the system just in case the contract get over. But as we speak from my intelligence, no immigration officer has been trained to take over the system. They have all Nigerians and Indians in the RT section in the backyard, in the RT back room. No Liberians, even the immigration officer has not been able to have it. Do your journalists go and do your investigation?
Okay, hope we can.
Yeah, do your investigation.
Hope we can.
Then this particular company should be domiciled at the Liberian Immigration Service office. It's not there. They're on 9th Street.
Wow. All right. I hope, since you have spoken about that and you have made your decision and the Senate now has put its foot down on this, that yes, this will not work. Once the right thing cannot happen, we hope to see that work with your confidence that you are putting up. I want to take you to the issue of, because recently you were in the forefront when this protest happened at B Mountain. I'm sure even when the AFL, the AFL wives, took to the streets that they didn't want the defense minister, you were also into that because this is also a security issue. Now, I don't know whether you were in the country recently when a few weeks ago when, the Salala Rubber Company, issue came about again, a lot of violence there. What is the Senate doing about this one?
So Jack, again, everything has got a genesis. I'm talking about bad contracts, and all of these are an extension of a bad contract. You sign a contract, the company has an MOU and has an obligations to the community, and they're not performing. And nobody's checking them. Nobody is trying to supervise or have an oversight on the contract, make sure the company is performing. Everybody say they relax. And so when these people agitate, they don't just agitate one day. It is something there is an agree. They've been agreed for a situation, and they raise it, and nobody's paying attention.
You have a labor committee there at the Senate.
Yeah, so that's what I'm coming to.
Mm-hmm.
So before it comes to the Senate, I mean, the necessary governmental agencies are responsible. Senate will just have oversight responsibilities. So the relevant agencies of government are supposed to manage and handle these situations timely, right? You have the people complaining about bad labor, you have the people complaining about this, and nothing is being done to blow off to a complete crisis where people can struggle. It's not good for people to demonstrate and damage the infrastructures. It's not a good practice. But we as a government and as responsible people must learn to listen to our people when they agitate, because it's not for nothing. Whatever the case is, let's move them and find a common ground and let everybody feel that they are being heard and they are part of the liberal society and they must benefit. Sometimes some of the agitation can be unreasonable, but let's have a discussion and have a common ground. See which one can fly, which one can't fly. But to just leave them alone without any interference, that's what leads to demonstration. Again, I, as a chair of national security personnel, do not in any way subscribe to violence. But damaging properties and damaging things, that is completely, off the table. It's not a good thing. It's uncivilized. But let's begin. So the issue of bee mounting, the people contest and the people have complained about their environment not being protected, their rights being violated, even some of them, the job that people didn't get it. And they brought a petition to us. When we look into why in investigating that, they had demonstration and we were able to move in a kind of situation that now Bee Mountain now from my investigation is trying to live up to some of those promises being made. So we learned that it's a little bit peaceful there, but it shouldn't just be short life. You should make sure that all of those things are written in the contract in the MDA is being executed.
Honorable Cyrus, you said it right. Yes, you have to give the opportunity to these various ministries and agencies to look at these issues, labor issue. You look at it and exhaust it. If they cannot reach a logical conclusion, then before the Senate, can
because they have an obligation.
Yes, so you have the oversight, right? Sometimes I'm sure these things don't reach you; they happen in the back and just blow out of proportion and reach the kind of level it reach with demonstration and damaging properties and all of that. Like in this case, your labor committee, like you were somehow proactive with the issue of the AFL wives. How proactive you want your, colleagues to be?
So look, so Senate work through committee. I think legislature as a whole work through committee. Every committee has to be very vigilant. In fact, when we went for the retreat, our team was robust oversight, and I couldn't stop re-emphasizing how much I love and appreciate the team of our
oversight.
Robust oversight. That's why we went to the retreat. For coming back, we should have robust oversight to transform everything. So every committee in the Senate or in the House must be robust. If you're not robust, things will slip on your hand and the nation suffers. Like you talk about the security committee. I mean, I'm not boasting, but you saw my involvement with it. I mean, with me, I was there on Saturday and Sunday. I was in short travel, I was in t-shirt. I was sweating. We're there solving the problem, the Bee Mountain issue. Unfortunately, I wasn't here. I was out of the country when the Saturday issue. But again, we shouldn't wait for things to spit over before we. The Saturday issue there has been complained, and nobody paying attention. It blew off, and then it happens again. It's not right to demonstrate damage. You can peacefully demonstrate without damaging any property, and that's why we need to be teaching our people. You don't have to damage anything to know that you can peacefully demonstrate and you can be heard. But damaging property is uncivilized and is in the old days. You can't do that. No civilized person start damaging infrastructure nowadays. That should be in the past. So basically, oversight and robust oversight, if I may have to emphasize it, is very key for our governance process, especially at the level of the legislature. Yeah.
Momo Cyrus is the senator of Lofa County. He's also the chairman on the Senate Defense, Security, Intelligence, and Veteran Affairs. He's here as our guest on this last segment of the Bumper Show. Senator Cyrus, you are also the honorary counsel of the Czech Republic to Liberia. In this role, what do you do?
Okay, so that was a job I had before I entered the Senate, and we actually, based on my position as a senator, we have to relinquish that part, that authority to somebody. We're looking for somebody now because I cannot be an honorary counsel at the Senate as a senator.
Okay,
those are two diplomatic jobs.
Okay, so currently, there's a search ongoing.
There's a search ongoing.
Replacement.
Yeah, but at the same time, the relationship cannot break. So I'm between the Czech Republic and Liberia, negotiating relationship while we scout for a prominent replacer, somebody who will be able to carry the vision
How long you've been in this position? In that
3 years now.
Okay.
So I've been 3 years and I got elected as senator. And then by virtue of my position, I need to relinquish the job as an honorary council. I cannot maintain the two positions by law.
Okay.
And so, but in the interim, I have a leverage to ensure that there's a smooth transition. So as I speak to you right now, we're looking for somebody to spot. But the Czech Republic, to speak, has a vast interest in Liberia. It may interest you to know that I was in the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic had decided to call a World Honorary Council with a 215 honorary council who went to that meeting in Prague, the Czech Republic.
Okay, it's the latest
trip I took, and I was able to make a lot of interventions for Liberia, and I brought a lot of documents, and there's 17 businesses, including the government of the Czech Republic, who wants to come and intervene. You know, if you research the Czech Republic, is one of the richest country in Europe, one of the most stable country, one of the most industrialized country. The people produce something from nowhere to something. I mean, I visited factories of vehicles, pianos. I mean, the people manufacture planes by themselves from scratch to nothing, military equipments and everything. I mean, they have surplus than what they need. They're about 10 million, and they have more than what they need. And Africa is where they've been trying to look into. They've been into Ghana, they've been into Gambia, they've been into Senegal. Now with my new presentation and letting them know that we have a new government who is looking at a partnership, they are focusing on Liberia based on it. In fact, the ambassador will be here in the next 1 week to present his letter of credence to the Liberian government. They're ready to do business with Liberia. So my presentation there was to let them know Liberia is a virgin country. Liberia has a lot of opportunities. Liberia will need your support. Come and look into the country. Come and sit with our government and see what technical support you can give us in the military, in the security, in agriculture. The people, they manufacture vehicles from scratch, not for health. Different, specialized health vehicles. I mean, I was opportune to visit all of those factories, and we had I brought all the brochures and I presented to the pro tem, you know, and then I made an attempt to let the presidency know what relationship and what dividend that they could benefit from my trip to the Czech Republic.
And 17 businesses
have already expressed interest in coming.
What specific businesses are they?
They're talking about the security sector, talking about agriculture, they're talking about the food security, they're talking about the health sector, talking about sports sector. You know, they're talking about the energy sector. They're talking about manufacturing sector. They want to open a factory here, a juice factory in Lofa that be pushing, where all the oranges and all of the plum will not spoil. Where they will have a factory where those particular oranges and our farmers will make money from it. We're talking about that. And they're very excited to come and look at our system and be able to work with us. So that's what I've done in my last trip to the Czech Republic. I've attracted a lot of investors. I was able to present Liberia case. In as much I'm not the NRC, they'll come and meet the NRC, they'll meet the foreign minister, they'll meet the president, whoever is responsible. And the discussion will continue. I'm only a conduit. I'm not going to be part of the discussion. I'm going to encourage you to come and look at the relevant institutions and see how this particular relationship can be elevated to something.
When you speak to some of, or when you spoke to some of those people, you know, doing your negotiation or your interaction with them, why do they say they have interest in, like, yes, you told them Liberia is ready for business, Liberia is open, Liberia is a virgin area, but why do they say they want to come?
No, they have read Liberia. Liberia's the endowment is just too much. They have got diamond, they have gold, they have got iron ore, and these are things that they can train, these are things that they can work with and make it better and take it to a finished product. They're not coming to take goods, they're coming to open factories. They come to take people doing in the country, taking from nothing to something. So they want to establish similar link here. They want to open an institution where they can begin to transform our natural resources or other resources that we have here. Instead of extracting and taking it out of the country, they want to make sure that they can put it into a finished product. Yeah, they have the technical skill, they have the money, they have the technical skill to do it. So they want to come and do it. Yeah. They're not coming to take raw material carrier. They want to come and make sure that they can be able to get finished product, get the product in terms of finished product.
You know, Senator Cyrus, when you go on such a trip for person of your caliber, come back home, and when you're saying this thing, Liberians, you know, a country that we are so hungry for investment, we are so hungry for this kind of development. People are anxious. Sometimes they just want to hear is coming tomorrow. So do we have an assurance?
That is a political will of government.
Okay.
Right? We have to look at political will. I've made a negotiation. I'm doing everything possible. The government has to take seize of the matter. I mean, I'm not with NRC. I'm not the government. I'm there to do my part as an honorary council and to make sure that the encourage people look at their opportunity. They will come. So it's a government now that needs to sit with the people and then turn their story into a positive story. I want to be there to do everything. That's why I'm not going to be at NRC. I'm not going to be at the different sectors. They will have their own discussion. All I'm doing is to let them know that Liberia has the potential. Come and look into the country. So they will have to sit with the relevant agencies and institutions, and then the relationship will continue. Yeah. So it's got to be a holistic thing.
Okay. I know you out there, you listening to this program, you have interest, you want to speak to your senator, especially you there in Lofa County. In fact, I wanted to ask you this question, but matter of fact, you said you people are already looking for a new honorary council to fill in that gap because matter of fact you are already senator of Lofa County. Now you have to give way to that position because some of your citizens were complaining that Honorable Cyrus is most of the time sometimes out of the country, especially in this role.
I've never been out of
They
this
thought
country.
you had conflicting engagement.
Jack, let me make this clear. People sometimes just want to talk. I've never been out of this country since I took over my legislative duty.
Okay.
And there's a rule, part of a rule, when you're leaving for more than two sections, you write the Senate, you write the pro temp that you leave in. That was done. We followed the rules. And when this invitation came, I wrote the pro temp that I was leaving for over two sections.
Okay.
And so,
says this was your first time
ever going out. Okay. So I don't know where the information comes from. I always know. And then when I went out, I went off for business for Liberia. I didn't go to Merrimack. I went to represent Liberia, to the Czech Republic, to represent Liberia case. So my absence were meant good for Liberia. Okay.
So 0777835 you can call that number 0777835 It is 0514096. Lofa County people, we have your senator in studio, and Liberia, we have your senator in studio as well. Senator Momo Cyrus is here with us, sitting with us on this last segment of the program. Let's hear from this person. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Welcome.
This is Joseph T. Kaba calling from Broadville, Monrovia.
Okay, Kaba, let's hear from you.
I want to thank my senator in studio there so much, Senator Sarah from Lofa County. I am from Lofa. Thank you so much for making the Liberia case outside there. You are not one of those senators who sit on Facebook to discuss things, but you took the Liberia case to the outside world by speaking on behalf of the government, by finding ways to see how the Liberia can develop to compare like other countries. Thank you so much, Honorable.
Thank you too for calling, and hope that trip will yield fruit. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Welcome.
All right. Thank you so much. You're speaking with Cyrus from Foya Statutory District.
Okay.
It's a plus that our senator is studio to discuss the national issue when it comes to business, the security, and whatsoever. That's why we love to elect people to run the affairs of the country. And since he's been in power, it's not more, as then they say, he has not been resting and going up and down. And I love why he said, he got to get chance for other people to job. There are some people who will be so selfish, but seeing that he's not selfish, and we wish that you continue to run the affairs of the country as it started and will not give up. And, subsequently, will take for him for a second time because of the well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you from Foya. Thank you for calling. Hello. Hello, caller, you live?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm calling from 72nd Boulevard, Near Morris.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to the senator in the studio this evening and to you. And know that the senator is not just senator for Lofa. So his SOC, but why you say he's not getting Lofa County senator is for Liberia.
Of course.
Yes, for Liberia. Truly. Senator, I want to ask one question. What is the criteria? Is it another process to get a new person to replace you, or you get nominate somebody or you get look for somebody and get them in that your speech to fill in a gap.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. The senator is taking note. I'm sure he will respond to that right after. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah. Let me say thank you so much to my senator. I am Teddy Fayad Taylor, the program chief for your district. Hello?
You're live. Go ahead, sir.
Let me say thank you to my senator. These are the people that I want to vote for. Especially by the time I opened the radio, I heard him talking about demonstration. Again, like those people who want to kill innocently. Let us change from this direction. Most of the time now, when we demonstrate, we don't destroy property. Because when you destroy somebody's property, you kill that person. Thank you so much, Senator. You're good to go.
All right. Let's take one more. Then we go back to the senator to talk more. Hello?
Really, sir?
Yeah?
This is by Joshua King back calling from Juboro.
Okay.
I would like to thank the senator for saying the right thing. You know, here in our country, there are people here who can do it well. The people will take different people from different countries to come and sing a life. You see, let me tell the Liberian people, when America dropped the bomb in Japan, they didn't say there to blame America. They put their manpower to work. Today, the Japanese are doing work for themselves. Why not we do it for ourselves? We have to be depending on other people to come do our work. We have people here who can do the work, but they need to be in power.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You can hold your course now. We want to talk a little bit more with the senator. We will give you opportunity later to talk, to put your course through. Senator Cyrus, you heard one of the callers. I'm sure that was a direct question concerning that honorary council position. Whether, how are you going to find your replacement?
So first, let me commend all of the callers for appreciating me, and I would let me just say this in this open forum. Lofa elected me as an independent candidate, and I will show them that I will not sleep on them. I would not sleep on Lofa. I would not sleep on Liberia. Whatever I have in my range, in my capacity, in my ability, I would do it without even looking back for my county. What the people of Lofa did is unprecedented. I re-emphasize to remind myself that Lofa needs me better, and I will do everything possible to transform in my range, whatever my ability allows me, to make sure that the people who voted me, even those who did not vote me, will know that yes, we have a senator. But God be my helper. I just want to appreciate them for their accommodations. It just elevated my spirit to do more for the county. Now, when it comes to the issue of replacement and the honorary council thing, it has its own process because the home country has to be vetted. You have to have names taken to the Czech Republic. Our reporting station is in Ghana. It's Ghana who have oversight over Liberia. Have to go there. The person has to go for interview. But basically, the honorary council has always been people who got their own money. So that because it's a free job. It's not a job for money.
Okay.
Yes.
Probably not giving you
No,
anything.
it's a voluntary job. It's not job. What you do is you just love your country. It's about just promoting trade and between two countries, but it's not a paid job.
Okay.
Yes, and let me make this clear. People think when you honor council, the country paying you. No, but you are that country representation there in terms of their document, in terms of the citizen, their business interests. If any of their citizens fall into trouble, you are the one that you call on, and then you will go and rescue them and find out what the issue. Even if it's a legal issue, you got to find a lawyer for them because you are there representing the Czech Republic. So I mean, the country, whatever honorary council you are.
Okay.
Yeah, but you carry a diplomatic passport, and you can get accorded. They accord you with some level of support in your country or whatever it is, but it's not a paid job. So to get a replacement, you have to be, most honorary council are business people already, well-established people who have their own money.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a paid job.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you heard it.
Yes.
It's not a paid job. You go in there with love for country.
Yes.
You're not going there to get paid. Czech Republic people ain't giving you any money. You just going there to help Liberia to create a linkage
Yes.
between Liberia and the Czech Republic. Lofa County, you went so much into Lofa from the sporting side. Momo Cyrus is one of those, your name is always at the top when it comes to that. And the county is about to celebrate 60 years, 60th anniversary. Is there anything special? Is there anything different? I'm not sure which committee you are on, but you know something about the county. Probably you want to let us know
Okay,
about.
so let me use this as an opportunity to just give the public some information. The issue of the 60-year anniversary is something that is key on the Lofa people mind. The way to proceed has been an issue in our very chat room. But recently, the two senators, that is Senator Jada and myself, and with other stakeholders, met the president. It's just last Friday.
Okay.
And wanted to ask the president on his view regarding this. And he's very passionate about it. But he made a suggestion that we are considering. He said to us, why Lofa should celebrate 60 years when three other more counties were brave the same year. That is Nima, Lofa, Grand Juda, and Bong. His thing is, let's celebrate together as a region.
Okay.
So that's his thinking, and I think it makes sense. So what we will do now is to express this, share this with other stakeholders, like the superintendent of various counties, the representative of various counties, the senators of various counties. Let's share the president thought within that. Instead of having a 60th anniversary for Lofa, why can't we have it for the 4 counties? Because all the 4 counties were born brave in 1964.
Okay.
So that was we just that advancement just came on Saturday. We were waiting on Saturday evening at his house, and he suggested that we should look in that direction. And he's willing to be on board and even support the process, both financially and whatever means, if we decide to celebrate as a full county. But he was suggesting that there's a need to have time, so the draft season will be better. So we as stakeholders may be pushing for November, December for the celebration. But there will be a 60th anniversary celebration for the full counties.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that is very unselfish on the part of
Yes.
the president
Yes.
to, consider the
Yes.
other counties
Yes.
and not only taking it, all Lofa, affairs.
Yeah.
The road leading to Lofa, when last were you in Lofa County?
I was in Lofa just was three weeks ago, and I'm very amazed. The road is getting pliable. And Jack, that was one of my major campaign message. I show the people of Lofa that when I get elected, I will go all out there. I will knock doors. I will negotiate for us to have that road pliable in 1 year. In less than 6 months, the road is already pliable. Look, I took less than 4 hours from here to Zozo. That was very encouraging. I mean, many times you would take 5 to 6 hours, but I took 4 hours. Going towards Von German is getting pliable, so it's a good thing for us.
Okay.
It's a good thing for us. So people are coming and going back, and you see produce are not coming to the market.
So-
And that Lofa is that bread basket coming. Is that bread basket with the opening of the road, economy will boom.
Of course.
Agriculture will boom. Yeah.
And that part of Lofa that you're talking about currently is still lateral, right?
Yeah.
But condition.
Yes, it's still lateral, but it's pliable. I mean, you can